Really hit the wall at 30? Is it really over for women after the age of 30? The answer is yes, if you're still single, unmarried, and you don't have a man. Yeah, it's pretty much over for you as far as ever finding a relationship, because statistically, the chances of you finding a husband after the age of 30 are very slim, right? After the age of 40, almost impossible. After the age of 50, forget about it. I mean, these are not my statistics. These are the statistics from these dating apps that many of you women are on. So, yes, after the age of 30, it's over because, yes, you've technically, from a physical aspect, you've hit the wall, right? You've hit the wall. I mean, besides from a biological aspect, because you cannot safely have kids, like, deep into your 30s. It's just not safe. Your child will be more likely to have some sort of like mental retardation or some sort of handicap the older you are when you have kids, right? This is why you're supposed to have kids at a younger age, when you're the most fertile, the most healthy, the most youthful. That is the way God designed it. God did not design for you to be this single woman of the world working your corporate job, in your 30s and 40s, and riding the carousel and going on these endless streams of first dates with Chad, Pookie, and Tyrone that you're meeting from Bumble and Tinder. God did not design, the world for that, right? Instead, he designed it for you to cash in your chips early before you turn 30. Because really, I mean, if I really want to be technical here, really after the age of 25, you start to lose your looks as a female. It's Cash snoring. Isn't it cute? Man, I wish I could tilt the camera, but Cash is snoring. So yeah, after the age of you gotta see this. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can tilt the camera over. Hold on a second. Look at him. Gizzy's just right there. So yeah, after the age of 30, sorry, there we go. After the age of 30, if you have not cashed it in, this is why it becomes harder and harder for you as a woman to find a guy, because not only are you losing your looks, but you're losing your ability to have children. And a lot of guys do want to have kids, right? Personally, for me, I don't want to have kids at this age, but a lot of guys do. A lot of guys want to have kids regardless. And if you can't bear children, then yeah, I mean, you're post-wall regardless, whether, regardless of your losing your physical attractiveness. However, as I was saying, the wall for a woman starts at 25, actually. Okay? Even though I like to be generous and I like to say 30, it actually starts at age 25. So, by the time you hit 25 years old, your physical appearance, you notice that you will start to get wrinkles. You might start to get some grays. You might start to get a little crow's feet, a little turkey neck. It's not going to happen overnight, but slowly over time, as you age, you will see more and more of these, these indicators that you're aging coming to fruition, right? Becoming more visible. Okay? And that's just something you can't stop as a woman or as a human. Look at me. I'm getting some gray hairs every, here and there, right? Despite the fact that some dudes try to accuse me of dyeing my hair, but I don't. This is actually my natural hair color. It's gotten a lot darker as I gotten older. When I was younger, it was actually light brown. And so yeah, I do have some grays coming in. I have some here, and they're coming out sporadically. I've got wrinkles, obviously. I'm 52. You can't stay young forever. However, I'm a dude, right? I'm a dude. It does not matter, because I'm not based primarily on my looks alone. What also weighs in a factor for me having status as a guy is my financial resources. And I'm in a Lambo. I live in a nice neighborhood. I live in a nice home. I live in a major city, so I'm doing well. So my status is up there, regardless of the fact that I'm aging. So for guys, it doesn't matter. But for women, it does matter. And for these women, they don't understand that we do not care. Okay, I'm just gonna get Cash so it's not so uncomfortable. For when it comes to a woman's job, we do not care as guys, right? We just don't care. We don't care if a woman's making six figures. We don't care if she has a house like in a gated community, or she drives a new Range Rover. We don't care, as long as she's young, hot, and attractive, right? As long as she's cool and young and hot, we don't care. We don't care if that chick's working at Chick-fil-A. We just don't care. But will a woman date a guy working at Chick-fil-A? No. She won't date that same dude, but we will do it, because the income's not important to us. Because at the end of the day, we know that we're responsible regardless, right? It's like, you know, we have to create some financial resources. So, so it's very different for what guys are attracted to. And sadly, a lot of these women have become guys where they try to use their job. They try to flex about their job or their house or their car, and using that as bait to get guys attracted to them. It doesn't work, because if we're not physically attracted to you, we could care less about that stuff. Great that you have it, but we could care less about it if we're not physically attracted to you. It's not going to change our minds, right? It's not going to force us to settle because you got a brand new Beamer. Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? So yeah, for women, 25 is actually the wall. Even though generously, many of us in the red pill are generous. We're like 30 is good. As long as you get married before 30, you're good. Because most high value guys, as long as you say you're still in your 20s, most high value guys are still okay with that, right? You say you're 26, still okay with that, right? As long as he's catching you in your 20s. However, if you come to the same guy and you're, you know, instead of 26, you're 36, Houston, we've got a problem, right? I mean, yeah, most high value guys don't want to hear that 3-0 when it comes to your age, right? Because they're not getting the best of you, right? They're not getting the best of you. Like I've often said too, if I ever got married, or if you ever decide to get married to a chick, preferably, especially if you're a high value guy, you want to get that chick in her 20s, and you want to enjoy some of her 20s with her when she is in her prime. She is at her, you know, the peak of her physical attractiveness. You know, you deserve that, because you're going to commit to her for the rest of your life, right? Assuming you marry her, you're going to commit to her for the rest of your life. So you deserve some of that, you know, her peak physical attractiveness when she was like super hot, you know? And even if it's only for like a few years, you know, you cherish that time. You cherish those last 3 years that she's in her 20s. Take lots of photos together, take lots of vacations together, you know, and you could always look back on these photos and go, wow, you know, I really met her at her prime when she was really, really just physically attractive, right? And she gave those years to you. And the trade-off is, yeah, you commit to her, right? However, if you meet the same chick at 36 or definitely like 46, whatever, all bets are off, right? Because you're not getting anything. There's no transactional value there anymore. You're not getting anything out of that, right? Because you're a high value guy. Why should you choose the 36-year-old when you can get the 26-year-old version of her, or the 22-year-old version of her? Why date the older version of her that's louder, more mouthier, more masculine? And this is why I also believe women hit the wall as they get older. If they don't settle down, if they don't get married, they will hit the wall, because they will become more and more masculine as they get older, you know, just by default, because they don't have a man. So they have to take on the role of a man, right? Many of them are competing for men's jobs. Many of them are working in these corporate jobs where they are competing against other men. So just by osmosis, that turns you into a man yourself. That makes you more masculine, makes you more of a dude. I don't want to be dating another dude, right? I want to be dating a chick who's feminine. And this is why when you talk to a woman who's been married for a while, a woman who's had a husband, a family, the whole nine, you'll notice that woman is definitely able to retain her femininity, her feminine qualities. She is definitely a lot less masculine, okay? A lot less masculine than the single woman her own age who's been on the carousel for the entire time, and who's been dating all these bad boys and reporting to her cubicle every morning from Monday to Friday, right? That chick is way more masculine, the one who's competing with other dudes. However, the woman who's married, yeah. And if you are married, by the way, if you're married with a husband and a family, you don't have to worry about the wall. What wall, right? You have a husband. None of this matters. And as I was saying, married women tend to retain their femininity a whole lot better than unmarried women who are out there riding the carousel and going to their corporate job. This is why I implore these chicks always to cash in their chips, right? You got to cash in your chips before the party's over, right? You got to cash it in, ladies, because if you stay out there, yeah, you're just going to become more and more of a dude, and you're just going to continue to lose your looks, and it's just going to get harder and harder to find a husband, right? And a lot of these women say, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Last thing I want is a husband. I like being free. I like having my own time. I like going to Chipotle in the middle of the day and eat whatever I want and not worry about my weight and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's all fine and dandy when you're still in your early 30s, okay? However, once you enter your 40s, especially your 50s, that will not fly anymore, right? Because in your 30s, you still have a lot of your youth left. You still have a lot of your physical attractiveness left, but that will all disintegrate by the time you're in your 40s and 50s. And now, you know, you could try that, you know, that lifestyle, you know, later on in life, and you'll see how miserable it is when no guys are paying attention to you anymore, right? In your 30s, you still got guys paying attention to you because they you know, if you look young especially, they might mistake and think you're still in your 20s. However, when it comes to the wall, you know, I mean, technically it's at 25, but, you know, so long as you settle before the age of 30, you'll be okay. If you wait till after that, chances are you're never going to settle. You're never going to find a guy. You're never going to find a guy who's going to marry you off after the age of 30. It's almost impossible, right? Especially in your 40s and 50s. Forget it. All bets are off, right? So, yeah, and any guy you do settle for in your 30s is definitely going to be settling, you know, because he's probably going to be a lower value male, because a higher value male could get a younger girl, right, with who's more physically attractive to you than you, and whose eggs have not dried up. I mean, I'm just being honest, right? I'm not even trying to be mean or anything like that, but that's just, you know, that's why I say it's better to be in a marriage, in a happy marriage with a husband and a family, because then who cares about the wall, right? You don't have to worry about that. You're still attracted to your husband, right? It's almost like there really is no wall for you as long as you're married and you're in this happy marriage and you're raising kids. You don't need to worry about that. But if you're single and you're still on the shelf and you're now on the clearance rack at Walmart and you're on these dating apps and you're out there, you know, trying to find a guy, then yes, you have to worry about your looks. You have to worry about, you know, appealing to the opposite sex. I mean, you still have to do that with your husband if you're married. You know, you still have to be fit. You can't let yourself go. But, you know, you don't really have to worry about this wall or whatever, because you're going to grow old together. You're going to grow old together. Right? But as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. If I added value to your life in this coaching video, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you there in my comments. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets, signing out here with my Lamborghini. Just got this car, very excited about it. We're going to be featuring it a lot more here on the channel in the next coming months, the next coming years. Going to be keeping this for a little while. I still have my DeLorean, by the way, so not selling the DeLorean, but going to be enjoying this car for a little while here. And if you want to see the process of me purchasing this car, just go to my Instagram, my IG at Matt Cross Official. Follow me on there. Been posting a lot of videos about this car. I was working on this deal for over 2 months. Finally got it closed. I was on a hunt for this car, looking for this car for over 2 years, trying to find one in Rosa Festo Red, which is the color of this vehicle. Rosa Festo Red is probably hands down one of the rarest colors for the Lamborghini. It's also a $14,880 option, so it's a pretty rare find. It's a fully loaded vehicle. But I'm going to do a full review on the car here on my channel pretty soon, if it's not up already. So yeah, follow me at Matt Cross Official. The same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered the Lamborghini. His name is TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you happen to purchase a muscle car, collector car, exotic car, he's your man for delivery. Funny enough, I bought this car also sight unseen, like I did my DeLorean. Just when you get these deals, you just have to jump on it, right? You just have to jump on it, man. But as always, gentlemen, don't forget to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell as well, so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to the channel and you just don't take off on me. So subscribe to the channel, helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this insane red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you here on my channel, best way to do that is becoming basically a subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets content from me. So take advantage of it. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just say 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out. Woo! So sweet.